Hello everybody, I am Benjamin Magnus, aka the Dapper Gamer, and today I'm going to be starting a brand new series playing Paradox Interactive's amazing grand strategy title, Europa Universalis 4. Now, I've already decided ahead of time that I was going to be playing as, and switch to political map mode, Poland. Part of the reason is because I am Polish, and the other reason is they have a pretty unique starting position in that they have an interregnum, which means they are between rulers, which is a problem that you have to overcome pretty early on in the game, which is also pretty easy to overcome. So we're just going to turn on Iron Man mode, so there'll be no attempts. I'm not tempted to cheat, and there won't be any save scrubbing. And we're going to hit play, and let's just start up a new save file here. And there we go, start Iron Man. And when this is loading, I just want to talk briefly about the game. I have had it for just a little while now, so I am not an expert. I've played a little bit, so I'm up to date on the basics, but I am not an expert at this game. You will not see me steamrolling the opposition through glitches or exploits or just my own brilliance with the game, because I am not great at it. This is going to be a learning experience, and I'm going to be making mistakes. So if you are new to the game as well, feel free to play along and watch along and learn some new things. And if you are better than me at this game, which I'm sure a lot of you are, feel free to give me any tips or tricks you feel might be appropriate to my playthrough. I am learning as I go, so I hope you guys will be able to help me in that. So before we even unpause the game here, we're going to take a look at what we're working with. We have 12 regiments down in Krakow here to start off. We need a couple new rivals. I'm going to choose the Teutonic Order because they are going to be my first target in war, my first offensive action. I'm going to try to take a lot of the coastline up here. We're going to pick Hungary because they are, again, going to be another major rival. They have, I believe, these two provinces right here might be cores of Poland, so I'm going to have some wars with them that I'm going to have to deal with, so they're going to be a rival. And for the last one, let's see. Let's just go with the Ottomans. I have a very small border with them through my March Moldavia here, and I don't foresee them being a problem for a while, but probably in the future I'm going to have to deal with them. Alright, but we have a little bit of political unrest, not too much to worry about. Let's grab some advisors. Let's see. I'm going to pick one of these two. Production efficiency or national tax modifier. Let's go with production efficiency. And here we only have one to choose from. I can't afford these guys. Way too expensive. Spy offense. That's pretty shitty first advisor here. I was, a lot of times the beginnings of these games really depend on luck and what kind of advisors you grab, and just not anything really good. And for these, I'm going to take this guy right here, Morale of Armies. 10% extra morale will be nice. I didn't get really anything that I wanted out of these two, but this one's pretty good. Now, let's actually just get rid of these. Disputed succession. There's a lot of disputed succession right now. And now I need a mission. So we're going to form an alliance with Lithuania, which is actually really easy to do. And I think now it's time to unpause the game. So first things first, I'm going to just ask for an alliance with Lithuania, because they'll probably accept that. Yep, perfect. 10 prestige, 25 diplomatic power, right off the bat, just like that. And while I'm in the diplomacy screen, I'm actually going to send a diplomat to improve relations with my vassal, what's it called? Mazovia here. Now this duchy has long been a kind of independent vassal of Poland. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to basically take that away and incorporate them back into Poland. Now we need another mission. Next thing is going to be the royal marriage with Lithuania. Again, that's really easy to grab. I'm not going to have any trouble getting that. I think I just have to wait a little while. Let's see here. That's a dynastic royal marriage. I have to wait till December 14th, so just a few more days. And I'm really hoping that the start of this game goes well, because I've played this a little bit as Poland, and I've had matches that started off just amazingly because of luck, and matches that have just completely face-planted because of luck. Alright, there we go. Another mission. Very good. Let's actually pause this. Personal union on monarch death. So right now, because I have an interregnum, I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Interregnum, I have a little bit of a problem, but we're going to fix that. We could improve our prestige, solidify our papal relations, or conquer Warmia, and that is what I'm going to go with right there, conquer Warmia. So now we have a casus belli against the Teutonic Order. Okay, now that I have a casus belli against the Teutonic Order, I don't want to necessarily declare war straight off the bat here. I'm not exactly in a excellent position because I don't have a ruler, and the way I'm going to be able to get a ruler is to use this guy right here, form union with Lithuania. And if it seems like I really know what I'm doing right now, that's going to end pretty soon. I have started up 1 or 2 games as Poland and gone through this basic stuff in the beginning before. So, form a union with Lithuania requires 1 stability and 100 diplomatic power. So, what I need to do is get 1 stability point, which I'm a little too low to get at the moment. I need 116 administrative power to get that 1 stability. So, we're just going to put this up to speed... here we go. Speed 3. And wait this out. 6 a month, it'll take a little while. And actually what I'm going to do is move my army up to Poznan right here. Now, I've done this war with the Teutonics a couple times, and it can be kind of delicate. Okay, I gained a claim on Zemplen. That's right there. It can be kind of tricky. It's tempting to try to grab all of their land, but it just leads to too many problems. Like, lots of aggressive expansion can lead to a coalition against you, which has ended 1 or 2 of my games. Too much overextension has led to rebellion, where I've just had rebellion after rebellion after rebellion and not been able to recover from it. So what I think I'm going to do is probably try to take 3 to 4 provinces. Definitely Danzig, because it has a lot of trade power. It is, if we go to the trade map mode here, and actually while I'm here, let's put this back to speed 1. It's the estuary of the Vistula River and an important center of trade. So there's a lot of trade power there. And one thing I want to do is move I have this merchant right here transferring money up this way. And this guy is, I believe he's transferring money over this way. That's what he's doing. We're currently steering this towards Krakow. And it doesn't really look like I'm getting much out of this one down here. I'm not very good at messing around with trade, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have this guy down here, collect money from Krakow. And what my goals are going to be for the near future is to try to grab a lot of the Baltic Sea trade node. Just going to mean basically ranging up the coast here and trying to grab as much of this coastal provinces as I can to really boost my trade power in the region and try to really use this as a center of trade. Now, as much as I would like to try to make a Polish, like, colonial empire, it's going to be really hard because of how far away we are. I think the only way we'd be able to do that is, get some land up here, maybe try to take Iceland or something like that and try to maybe island hop over to Canada. That's the only way I really see that being feasible at the moment. Oh, and one thing I actually wanted to do as well is we're going to go to my economy here. Oh, we're auto-saving. Hang on 1 second. We're going to take the army maintenance down to about 50% so that I can save up a little bit of money. Now let's crank this back up. All right, we're almost there. We need 100 here and 116 here to do what we need to do. And the reason I want to save up money is the wars can be expensive, and I also want to save up the manpower here, but I'm going to raise up a couple more regiments before we go to war. Probably go to about 15. Let's actually take a look to see what our force limit's 17, so we can grab 5 more if I wanted to. Alrighty, are we... Okay, we made it. So let's put this back down to speed 1. And we're going to go to stability, and we're going to boost that up 1. Excellent. Now we have a national decision available. Form a union with Lithuania. So now the Polish Empire, not empire, but the Polish state and the Lithuanian state are kind of bound together with the same ruler. So if we go to the government now, we have King Kazimierz, and he is a decent ruler to start off with. He's a 441, so we're getting 4 admin, 4 diplo, and just 1 military point per month from him. So now we have a admin increase of 10, a diplomatic increase of 7, and a military increase of 4. And we're gonna need this. We're gonna need to bank a lot of admin power, because after this war with the Teutonic states, we're gonna need a lot of that to core off all these provinces. And if we actually go to tech real quick, as much as I really want to get the first 2 techs into national ideas here, or into the administrative technologies, because I think this is level 4, level 5, is it? Oh, well, that was interesting. Let's actually pause this. An heir to the throne is the new heir to the throne. I've never had that pop up so early, and he's okay. He's a 262. That 6 is interesting. I've never had someone with an heir with that high of a what is this one? A diplomatic score. So I'm going to have a lot of that coming in the future. Let's actually take a look here. So we have a strong claim, strong heir to the throne, which is excellent. That's very good. That's very good. All right, let's actually unpause this. I've never had that pop up so early like that, like just 1 year into the game, basically. So, what do we want to do now? What was I talking about before? We definitely are going to need a leader here, so let's roll the dice and see what happens. Now, this is such a... I really love this game, but it seems so much more luck-based than Crusader Kings 2, which is the other game I'm playing on the channel right now. In that, you hit a button and you roll the dice and whatever happens, happens. Like, I in one of my playthroughs, I got like a 4-6-4 or something like that right out, or 4-6-2, just an amazing general. And he just rampaged across the land. And then every other time it's been like 1-0-0-0. So let's roll the die and see what happens. Oh, and elective monarchy in Poland. So let's see, this is going to give me national unrest of -1 and an income from vassals of plus 25%. Excellent. So let's roll the die here, see what we get. 50 military power, and he's okay. He is okay. 2-2-1, not that bad early on in the game. So now whenever we have combat, he's going to get a +2 and a +2 to his fire and shock rolls, basically. Now, I do want a slightly larger military. I don't think I'll go all the way up to 17, but I do want to recruit a little bit more. So we're going to go 2 of these, and we're going to do 1 Eastern Knight. Very basic units, because that's what we're working with early on in the game. And in case you haven't noticed, let's go to technology. I am the Western Tech Group, which means everything costs a little bit more in terms of, not Western, I'm sorry. I'm the Eastern Tech Group, which means I think it's 120%. Yeah, Eastern Tech Group is 20% more. So instead of 600, it's going to be, it would have knocked it up to, what, 660 or something like that. But not too bad. It's not as high as it could be. I'll probably never bother to Westernize. I don't think it's going to be too beneficial for me early on here. Oh, and there are my first 2 regiments right there, and we're going to wait on the horsemen over here. And I do have them coming, don't I? Yeah, I was building them right there. Okay, they're 90% done. I was really hoping for some better boosts on my advisors early on, but unfortunately it did not happen. So let's get all these guys together. Let's put them over here. We have a decent supply limit here, so that's why I'm keeping them over here. Attrition in this game is something you just really, really have to keep your eyes on. You can really run through your, potential for war through winter attrition, and I might want to wait a little while before declaring this war, just because I want to get this. I'm at 15 of basically 19,000 men that I can that I can work with here. So I might maybe just wait a little bit longer for these numbers to creep up a little bit more. Cessation of church functions. Noble families were often granted control over church lands, and appointments were made in many states in exchange for cash contributions to the crown's efforts. The crown, of course, lost control over some revenue this way in exchange for short-term boost in revenue. So I would gain 53 ducats, and for 20 years I would have a national tax modifier of negative 15%, but more papal influence. But right now, I don't think I can. I don't want to lose the stability, so we're actually going to go with that. I don't want to take the stability hit. Oh, and that sucks. Mazovian peasants. That definitely sucks because this war with the Teutonic Order is going to escalate. It's going to be me, Mazovia, Moldavia, and Lithuania versus. Let's actually put that on speed 2 for now. Let's look here. They are allied with Sweden, Hungary, and the Livonian Order. So Hungary, the Teutonic Order, and the Livonia Order is going to be fighting, and possibly Sweden. Although Sweden, they have a strong navy. I'm not sure what they have in terms of an army, though. Royal marriage with Mazovia. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take that. And maybe what do we got here? 15,000 men. We could lose the entire. Basically the entire army and still and replace it. I feel like maybe I didn't think I'd be able to declare this war this episode, but I feel like it might be proper at this point. Okay, let's just give it maybe a couple more months to get a little bit more manpower, and then yeah, I think we'll declare this war this episode. That would be nice. I was planning on having to do this the next episode, but I think we'll be able to do it this episode, which is nice. This war can get ugly. It could go really well, or it could get really ugly. I've seen it go ugly plenty of times. And like I said, what I'm probably going to do is try to grab Danzig, Chemlo, and Warmia here. Those provinces, because I believe this one might be Polish already. Let's actually take a look at it. Polish, yeah. And then these ones are Prussian. I might be able to get Prussian into an accepted culture for Poland. Maybe wait another month. Let's tick over. Let go up just a little bit. Okay. Now I think we're going to do this. We're gonna make sure that we crank the army maintenance up. Now, I've made that mistake before, where I had the army maintenance down, and then declared war before I cranked it back up, and my army started off with, really low morale, and just got its ass handed to it. Now, Poland's got some pretty cool national ideas, I believe. Where are they? Go to technology. Ideas, okay. And a lot of it is based around, like, cavalry. There's cavalry combat ability of plus 33%. A lot of the Poland is kind of was at least famous for its light cavalry and its winged hussars. So what I think I'm going to try to do is kind of go cavalry heavy in terms of what technology I pick, and we're going to get into that not this episode, maybe not even next episode. It's going to take a little while before I have, the administrative power to unlock some national ideas, but we're going to try to do things that are cavalry focused. Alrighty, so now that the morale's up, let's do this. Diplomacy, declare war. We're going to have the conquest cost us value of taking Warmia, and we're going to see. We're not going to have these guys be co-belligerents. So let's declare the war, and we are now at war. Let's put this down to speed 2, and let's march up into Danzig. Now, I've been tempted to start sieging down people's lands immediately, but that usually doesn't go very well for me. Now, let's see. Where is their army? Must be up here somewhere. Now, I want to make sure that I don't take winter attrition marching through bad, areas with small supply limit. So that's why I'm checking. I actually, let's see, look, I just took a little bit of a winter attrition right there. 30 men per regiment. All right, they just lost 1,000 men. Ooh, they're fighting. Oh, they had a, that's interesting. The Teutonic Order had a peasant revolt that they needed to fight. So they actually, let's actually go up there. And that was the Livonian Order. The Teutonic Order probably doesn't have any troops left. They probably lost them all. So let's fight this battle before their morale recovers. Now I did take a river crossing penalty, which is unfortunate, but we did very well there. Wiped out that entire army. Basically going to try to wipe out as many men as we can, as quickly as we can. Let's take out these 2,000 troops. It's it can be a bad idea to try to siege down people's lands before wiping out their armies. It can really backfire on you. All right, and here are some Hungarians which came to fight. Actually, let's not, because they've got a larger army right there. Ah, that's what I was interested in, is the Lithuanian and Mazovian troops coming to help me out. Now, I would like my morale to recover before fighting in another battle. Yeah, and Hungary's getting its butt kicked down there, which is exactly what I want. When you look at the manpower here, it may look like you've got a lot of men to pull from, but boy, can you run through those people real fast. Really fast. It can get ugly. Ooh, supply limit 18. Okay, supply limit of 18 is perfectly fine. I'm not actually going to siege this down. I'm actually just going to wait for my morale to get higher, and then I'm going to attack this army right here. Or maybe the Lithuanians will do it for me. Now, let's actually take a look at this. I love this window right here. You get a lot of great information out of it. So my entire alliance has about 35,000 troops and 18,000 cavalry to pull from. They're down to 13,000 and 5,000, and it's actually going down as they're losing to this battle right here. So now that most of this war is actually going really well, I think what happened was the Teutonic Order usually has a pretty decent-sized stack, like 12, 14 regiments. But I think they got wiped out fighting the peasant revolt, which just, worked out wonderfully for me. Couldn't have gone any better. Now, my allies are keeping Hungary at bay down here. So now, I'm just going to start sieging down the land that I want. So we're going to drop these guys off in Danzig, and this button, I love this button so much. Detach enough units to execute a proper siege. Man, do I wish Crusader Kings 2 had that button. So we're going to grab Danzig, which is going to take a long time. We're going to grab Warmia. As soon as my guys get over here. I could have dropped them off on my way over, but no big deal. So let's detach siege there, and we're going to go to Chemlo. I can never pronounce this word correctly. Chelmno. And usually what I like to do when I'm like carpet sieging like this is kind of drop off a couple armies like this and then keep a bulk army kind of facing the enemy, just in case they decide to try to, storm up this way and break the sieges. But quite honestly, I don't see that being a problem. This war just went in my alliance's favor far quicker than I'm used to. Like, they're pretty much out of men at this point. 8,000 and 6,000 for their entire alliance, which is the Teutonic Order, Hungary, and the Livonian Order. I'm a little surprised Hungary wasn't able to fight a little bit better. I'm used to this war just being just this awful knockdown, drag-out fight, and I actually need more men up here. So let's split it in half, or what do I want to do? I just split it in half and still execute proper siege over there? Yeah, that's fine. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these. I'm going to put the 2 over here and the 3 over here. Or maybe it's not going to work that way. Alright, I guess we'll merge these guys together. Yeah, my allies are really keeping Hungary at bay. So now we just have a lot of siege. We have 4 sieges going. Actually broke the walls in Warmia here, which means we rolled a critical strike. And if you guys, if anybody doesn't know how the sieges work in this game, they're a little. I found them very awkward at first. These numbers are the percentage chance of each month us basically winning the siege. And each month you roll a die, and then whatever the die says, you get an added modifier. It says right there, I get a siege modifier of +2 right now. And then it gives you a list of what will happen with those numbers. So every month the die is going to roll and something's going to happen. So let's see what happens here. In one day we rolled a 2 +2, which was a 4, which means status quo. Because I needed a 5 to an 11 for even supply shortage to happen. So nothing happened in that month. And if you roll a 14, which is the highest die roll, then you breach the walls. These ones are going to take longer because I don't have a navy to blockade them. And this one doesn't have is not a coastal province, so it's not going to take as long because they don't get the -2 modifier from having the port open. So that is basically what happened. So now we're just going to wait this out. So let's actually put this up a little bit. And my allies, let's see, this is a Lithuanian army is sieging down the Livonian order. Lithuania is sieging down this province right here. They are in my Mazovia and Moldavia and Lithuania are also in Hungary. Oh, and now I have a cardinal. Excellent. That'll help with papal relations. So this war is going very well. As much as I'd like to take more land, I think 3 provinces, possibly 4, is... Oh, wow. Got critical rolls to breach the walls on 3 different provinces. 3 provinces is what I'm comfortable with. Wow. That went quickly. I got lucky there. I did not think it would go that quickly. So we could actually just move these guys off and... Well, what do we got here? Non-enforcement of ordinances. Monarchs ruled by issuing ordinances, but they were almost powerless to enforce them. Enforcement depended on local powers that would not always be as vigilant as the monarchs would have desired. So I can let them handle it and gain unrest in Krakow, or increase my attempts and lose some admin power. I do have a lot of admin power right now, and I don't want that unrest, so we're going to go with that. And I'm actually going to move these guys over here, as soon as we're done auto-saving, of course. And right now, we are at the end of this first episode, so I'm going to pause it, and we're going to leave it here, and we'll pick up finishing off this war at the beginning of next episode. So, everyone, if you have enjoyed this, just drop me a like, leave me any comments, tips, or tricks right down below, and if you are interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Europa Universalis 4, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.